Hi, welcome back. This is Raghu Banga, and today we'll be doing our podcast 5, season 2. In this podcast session, I have a chief product expert, Sreedhar Muthuramalingam from SAP. He, in this context today, we'll be discussing about analytics and machine learning and how we use analytics in the context of machine learning. So welcome, Sreedhar. I would like Sreedhar to say a few words, and then maybe we'll go into our conversation. Hi, Sreedhar. Welcome on our podcast.
Hey Raghu, good to be talking to you. It's great to join the session. We've been doing great work with what you've been letting people know about what we have in terms of predictive and machine learning. So happy to be part of it. As Raghu said, I'm Sreedhar Muthuramalingam. I currently drive the S4HANA Analytics Charter here. So anything that connects with S4HANA in terms of analytics is what I drive in terms of product management. We kind of look at what's available currently in the market and what we could do to help our customers adopt more and do better with analytics. And then we have different facets of analytics, but today I think for the discussion's sake, in terms of your podcast, we'll stick with how analytics and predictive kind of go hand in hand. So yeah, Raghu, very happy to be part of this conversation.
Thank you, Sreedhar. Before I get into the first question, a little more background and introduction about Sreedhar. Sreedhar has a little over 25 years experience in the SAP space. He's been as an SAP customer for quite some time, and then for the last 7 to 10 years, he's been with SAP with our SAP organization. So it's great to have you on board, Sreedhar.
Thanks, Raghu. Pleasure is mine.
So, Sreedhar, from your real life experiences, can you provide an instance where you see predictions happening as expected, but you might not be realistically getting the complete benefits out of it since the reporting or visualization aspects are missing, or the impact is missing since you don't see the visual impact so much, since that whole analytical view or the analytical concept might be missing? Before we get into the details of the discussion, I thought like maybe you can give some quick real life experiences.
Well, I mean, very interesting question, right? I mean, if you think about it practically, predictive by itself, as a term, I know it's being used everywhere in terms of prediction, but predictive analytics is kind of a term that goes hand in hand. And so mostly where predictive is applicable in terms of making predictions, there is an analytics factor to it. But you're right. I mean, sometimes there might not be the right visualizations that are put forward to customers, that they are not able to wholly embrace it. I mean, if you think of a real life situation, we could take our COVID times, for example, right now, right? The world has changed so much. Businesses have changed. The way the businesses are being done has changed dramatically. Customers are kind of trying to innovate with what's going on. And one instance, probably if you can think of any cloud-based services that are out there, right? People are losing customers on one side, people are gaining customers on the other side. There is so much of predictive aspects going on in terms of their customer forecast, looking at how many customers are enrolled, and probably potentially they would be losing customers over time. This is something that I think is available as a predictive engine per se, and customers are able to predict that. But I think the business would probably benefit more if the visualization and more of dashboards are available in that aspect for them to be able to see visually on what their customer retention aspects would be. I think probably that's one area that could be tapped on in the current situation that I can see as a good example. But overall, I think it's always generally predictive and analytics go hand in hand, where you're looking at good visualizations in that aspect, and that is what makes predictive analytics much better, right? To be able to visually see the impact, and then be able to take actions on the predictions, right? It's always, insights is one thing, but if there is no action based on the insights, it doesn't make any relevance or sense at all. So both of them go hand in hand. But yeah, there is a lot of scope of improvement that can be done with the current times, where people are able to see how they can help their businesses grow, or see the potential losses that are coming to their businesses, that they can use predictive successfully and visualize that in a much better way to grow their business.
Thank you, Sreedhar. Thanks for that introduction statement about how analytics can be leveraged in the context of machine learning and predictive. So maybe we'll take a quick pause and then come back. All right, welcome back. So let us now get into the today's podcast of how SAP is leveraging analytics in the context of machine learning. I know we have come a long way in terms of how machine learning and predictive analytics are being developed and delivered with SAP products. Uh, but can you provide a high-level overview of what kind of analytic solutions or analytic products are leveraged here, maybe for the sake of our audience?
Sure. I mean, if you look at what we provide to customers, we provide a lot of content to our customers, where they can leverage our predictive machine learning capabilities, and then finally also have the analytics aspect of it, which really kind of is a good end-to-end solution. And there is so much of content available out there. As an example, I mean, in embedded analytics with predictive, um, let's say over the content that we developed over the last many years, I want to pick an example specific to the procurement area in terms of contract consumption, where predictive analytics is extensively used, right? In this case, a purchaser can analyze uh, expiring contracts, overdue purchase orders, and urgent purchase requisitions that come to the procurement organization, right? The buyer can use this information to predict full consumption of their contract, which is based on various factors like bringing in historical data and available influencing parameters along with them. In this content per se, we train a predictive model for contract consumption with all the data that's available, which kind of helps the purchaser make good decisions. You get accurate advanced planning for additional contract negotiations also using this. So if you look at it from an organization standpoint, from a purchasing organization standpoint, there are so much benefits with the content that we give, right? There, I mean, they can, efficiently have a good contract renegotiation with their vendors based on the predictions that we have. They can analyze the contract consumption trends for a period of time, right? Maybe the next year, or the fiscal quarter itself, or for the entire year. And also have an overview of the contract expiration for the purchaser. That way they are able to make good decisions of what is expiring, and what they can start renegotiating, or find out new purchases that they can bring into the organization. So this is one very good example that we have out there. It's available on the Fury Apps library, where we, customers have access to, and they could go and look at it. As the example that we discussed, it's called as predictive analytics for contract consumption in the area of procurement. So that's one good example that you can look at. I mean, there are numerous. I just wanted to pinpoint one of them that uses predictive analytic capabilities.
Thanks, Sridhar, for the detailed explanation, detailed information for our audience. And I think definitely we'll explore more on this topic about how the audience can go and find more details around these different analytic solutions, whether it is in the procurement space or the sales line of business.
Yeah, I mean, it's available across all lines of businesses, right? Whether it's finance or sales and marketing, we have so much of content across all lines of businesses and industries as well.
Sridhar, diving a bit more into the topic of analytic solutions or products that can help consume the machine learning services that are, I know we have talked about the how we are embedding the solutions in our SAP S4HANA, and then how we could leverage the different technologies, the Fiori technologies and the other things. But on the other side of the scenario, maybe for our audience, an example on how we can also leverage these analytic solutions when we are talking about the side-by-side scenarios in our machine learning world, which is where you have the solutions are running on the SAP BTP platform. So any thoughts or any high-level guidance for the audience on the aspects of using the analytic solutions?
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. I mean BTP is now the latest buzzword around. I mean for people who are not familiar, BTP is the business technology platform, and business technology platform is a platform that brings together intelligent enterprise applications along with database and data management aspects of it. We also have the analytics wing to it, and then we have the integration aspects that are connected to it, and then there are multiple extension capabilities. All of this in one platform for both hybrid environments as well as cloud customers. This also comes with tons of pre-built integrations for SAP and other third-party applications. So this is kind of the latest and greatest with SAP in terms of a technology platform. For our discussion sake today, of the four, distinct legs of BDP, we want to look at the analytics aspect specifically, right? So here we have so much areas to leverage, right? We have SAP Analytics Cloud that can be leveraged directly. We have the new kid in the block, which is the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud, which I'll talk about in a second. We also have the capabilities of being able to integrate the former business objects BI into the BTP platform. We have BPC that's also that's integrated with BTP. BW for HANA, naturally the data warehousing solution if customers are sticking on to the on-premise data warehouse world itself. So a lot of options available there. And as part of the database and data management platform, we also have the SAP Data Intelligence piece that is available there. So much of analytics options available. Data Warehouse Cloud is another great new inclusion to our larger picture, where we are thinking of those customers that now want to also have their data warehouse on the cloud more than an on-premise solution. A great new addition, which helps, which is kind of, if you think about it in the modern world description, Data Warehouse Cloud is more of a self-service data warehouse cloud, data warehouse itself, which is kind of a dream for our business users in the past, because in the visualization layer with SAP Analytics Cloud, we have come a long way in terms of self-service capabilities, where the business users can on the fly create their own visualizations and dashboards. But there has never been a capability where based on the data sets available, customers are able to go and create on the fly work areas where they can quickly consolidate data together, and then with the power of SAP Analytics Cloud on top of that, you would be able to also quickly assemble visualizations and go forward. This kind of makes a phenomenal combination and powerhouse for the business analysts and out there with the customers to be able to leverage a platform and then be able to build things on the fly. So lots available there. Something that customers can start looking at if they are not fully aware of the business technology platform that's available there. We also have a free tier model that's available for customers to go and subscribe and see how they could use. But overall, BTP helps build a strong digital foundation for the customers. Business technology platform, to summarize, is a unified, business-centric, and open platform for the entire SAP ecosystem, enabling users to integrate and create value from data and extend their SAP and third-party solution landscapes to meet their evolving business needs. This is high level in a nutshell description and definition of BTP. So yeah.
Thanks, Sreedhar, for that very detailed explanation about the different analytic solutions and the products that are available in the on the SAP BTP space. Maybe this will take our discussion to the uh, kind of a transition into our SAP Analytics Cloud. Maybe we'll take a quick pause and then come back and continue our conversation. All right, welcome back. So we got a nice segue now into the SAP Analytics Cloud, the, the topic of SAP Analytics Cloud, because that is one of the things we wanted to kind of focus when we are talking about predictive analytics and machine learning. This is so maybe I know we have SAP Analytics Cloud has three different legs or three different pillars: the BI dashboards, the planning functionality, and the predictive functionality. And I'm also planning to have other podcasts with an expert from the planning and the expert from the SAC predictive as well. But before getting there, I think our audience, maybe could you provide some thoughts about how these SAP, how these BI dashboards are helping build the leverage the predictive functionality in the user stories in SAP Analytics Cloud?
Yeah, I mean, so yes, you've already said that right, Raghu, because I mean, SAP Analytics Cloud is so strong out there today with our customers because of its capability, right? I mean, BI is the pillar of that, strongest foundation pillar of that, where you have all the analytics. But then, combining planning and predictive to it is what makes it one robust solution that's so important to our customers to be able to do everything in one platform. But I mean, with all the dashboarding capabilities and all the analytics available out there, in the modern day requirement for customers, analytics without being augmented analytics is not a complete solution that's needed for them, right? So when you talk about augmented analytics that are being leveraged into these dashboards, you're talking about three different areas there too. We have the conversational AI piece of it, where you can actually, verbally seek your requirements into these dashboards and find out. We have automated machine learning piece where you can use the self-service machine learning models to automatically reveal all the hidden relationships into your data and develop and generate actionable insights into them. Then you have the intelligent predictive analytics piece to it, which is, you can automate sophisticated predictive analysis with machine learning algorithms. And then so the outcome is so phenomenal there. In terms of the smart predict feature itself, you can use three types of machine learning algorithms there in terms of classification, regression, and time series analysis that can be invoked by the smart predict, which makes it a one-click predictive analytics tool, right? I know you mentioned that you're going to have deep dives into this, but just wanted to give a high-level introduction here. With the smart predict feature, you can predict outcomes and generate forecasts with the push of a button here. This is something that I think is kind of a niche area that SAP dominates in terms of the SAP Analytics Cloud offering itself. So the dashboarding capability of the BI piece of SAP Analytics Cloud is taken one notch higher or multiple notch higher when you have this smart predict features that are available, along with the smart discovery part also, where you have augmented insights and data storytelling, as we call it. And then with the one-click predictive analytics tool, it kind of makes one huge win for a customer of what they can really achieve with the SAP Analytics Cloud features that are available there.
Thank you, Sreedhar. Thanks for the detailed explanation about how analytics in the context of SAP Analytics Cloud could be leveraged and the different details about that. So maybe this will get or give us a good segue into discussing about the newer version of these embedded SAC dashboards, how they are leveraged
Hmm.
in SAP S/4HANA. Maybe we can briefly discuss about that and take a quick break. So,
Sure.
can you provide some thoughts about the new innovation of how you're embedding these SAC dashboards into S4, and
Yeah.
how maybe in future these could also be leveraged for machine learning in S4. I know currently when we are embedding machine learning functionality in S4, we are typically using the Furies and the uh, other tools, but I think maybe this could also be leveraged in future, right?
Yeah. So embedded analytics has been growing over time, and it's kind of from a world where embedded analytics was a burden to the transactional system. We have come a long way when once we started moving into the memory based database, and that kind of helped us kind of bring in analytics into the transactional engine itself. So embedded analytics is kind of a big win for customers where they can, in the transaction system, run their analytics and actually go back to the original transactions and start looking at what's really happening there. So we are a completely Fiori-based embedded analytics system out there. But then over time, the Fiori-based analytics had great visualizations available, had great, KPI tools available there to analyze your KPIs and then start visualizing them. But one pillar that was missing was the dashboarding piece of it. Of course, we did have SAP Analytics Cloud. SAP Analytics Cloud is another cloud service that's available that you can basically now integrate with S4 HANA Cloud or on premise. But then it was a standalone version of it that's always there. But then we wanted to bring that into the platform itself. So the embedded SAP Analytics Cloud is basically an OEM SAP Analytics Cloud version, which is just the analytics piece of it for cloud customers, where they can leverage the BI piece directly on their Fury Launchpad, create dashboards on their Fury Launchpad itself, and then be able to connect to the native S4HANA cloud system and get all the data out of it. This is just a huge leap. If you think about it, dashboarding capability available on the Fury Launchpad itself. That is for the S4HANA Cloud customers. For the on-premise customer, it's a different offering where you'll be able to embed the dashboards that created on the standalone SAP Analytics Cloud system. You could leverage those dashboards into the Fury Launchpad. So two different types of connections when it comes to cloud and on-premise customers, because in cloud it's completely native. It's a pre-configured a client that you get along with the S4 HANA license that you can use this as part of your embedded offering. For on-premise customers, you still have to purchase the license of SAP Analytics Cloud, but you still have the full-blown features in terms of BI, predictive, and planning capabilities. But with the OEM version, you just have the BI piece, but you could still also have a separate instance of an standalone version. Then you can leverage all the features in. So embedded SAP Analytics Cloud is a great addition to our existing suite of embedded tools that we had out there. We had so many tools out there in terms of overview pages, analytical list pages, KPI overview, and then multidimensional reporting available out there. And now dashboarding is also part of it, which kind of is a great addition. So yeah, I mean, lots available there. We build so much of pre-built content and deliver to customers that they can leverage right away. That is also another thing that customers can benefit out of. Truly, lot to be explored there by customers, and they can take so much of advantage out of being able to. I mean, just think about it, right? I mean, you were able to visualize, you were just able to look at the high level KPIs, you were able to see what that business process was doing and all those things. But now to be able to see that in a dashboard, I think it's phenomenal.
Yep. Very, very rightly said. I think that's a very great advancement in the way how SAP tools are working. I think we no longer are lagging behind, but I think we are leading the UI space as well with all these different
Totally,
advancements. Yeah.
absolutely.
Thanks for this detailed analysis and detailed thoughts on this embedded SSC functionality as well. Maybe we'll take a quick break and then come back and do some closing remarks, Sridhar. Thanks.
Okay.
Button. All right, welcome back. Thanks very much for your time, Sridhar, in going through all this in detail about the different analytics solutions that we have and explaining uh, in depth about all these different things that are available embedded in S4 and also the SAP, the analytics tools on SAP BTP as well as SAP Analytics Cloud and the embedded SAC offerings. Maybe do you want to give some closing remarks about any upcoming webinars or conferences and provide some thoughts to our audience?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, more than webinars, I think one of the biggest showcase that's coming out in less than 2 weeks on September 7th, we are launching the SAP S/4HANA Embedded Analytics Open SAP course. And this is free for all our customers and partners out there. The Open SAP platform is a phenomenal platform with a ton of learning material available there for customers to take advantage of. But this is specific to the embedded analytics course that we have there that's launching on September 7th. So I would definitely encourage all our customers and partners to go and take a look at that course. It's called SAP S/4HANA Embedded Analytics. Launching on, we already have over 7,000 participants already enrolled. Of course, there's no limit to it. Definitely, more number of customers and partners can enroll. It's 2 more weeks before the actual course launches itself. And then after the end of the course, after that 6-week period, this course will also be available to customers as a self-running, self-paced course. So definitely something I would encourage all of you to go and enroll and take advantage of. So Raghu, it was great being part of your podcast series. I've been following this. I've been, great information that you're passing out there for customers to benefit. So thank you for the excellent work that you're doing to help spread the message. And I definitely enjoyed being a part of this, and the conversation that we had definitely very useful for our customers, I believe. So thanks, Raghu.
Thanks, Sridhar. Really appreciate your time and efforts in putting this together along with me. Thank you. So let us now wrap up this session, the podcast 5 from season 2. I would first like to thank Mr. Sreedhar Muthuramalingam for the detailed and engaging conversation around how analytics is leveraged in the context of machine learning, whether it is with SAP S/4HANA or the SAP Business Technology Platform or SAP Analytics Cloud. So in the next session, I will get a few more experts and then we will chat a bit more around the topic of machine learning and the surrounding products that will help infuse more intelligence with the SAP S/4HANA related business processes. We'll connect back in a month or so with the next session. Like always, you could find more details about this podcast and also you could provide your feedback. I will be linking these podcast sessions into my regular blog series. So you can go and do a Google search on machine learning with SAP S/4HANA and then you will be taken to my blogs or my podcasts, Raghu Banda, or you can even go to blogs.sap.com and then you can find the blog series around machine learning with SAP S/4HANA, and then you can provide your feedback. We'll come back in a month's time, and then we'll discuss more about machine learning with SAP S/4HANA with another expert. Thank you all. Appreciate your time in tuning in for this session. Have a very good morning or good afternoon wherever you are tuning in from. Happy predicting the future with SAP technologies. Bye bye.